Hey everyone, this is MyToken Support, and today I'll be showing you how to enable MyToken on your Linux systems of CentOS and Ubuntu through PAM Radius. The first demonstration I'll be showing you is through CentOS. So the first thing you want to do in your CentOS system is to log in and sudo your user. Once this is done, you want to upgrade your CA certificates for your CentOS repositories. To do this, you want to do this command yum y upgrade CA certificates. As you can see, it says no packages marked for update because I have already installed and upgraded my CA certificates. The next thing you want to do is install the EPEL repository. To do this, you do yum y install EPEL release. Same thing here, it says nothing to do because I've already installed it and upgraded it. And the last thing you want to do is install the Radius PAM module to your CentOS system. To do this, you have to go yum y install PAM Radius. Again, I've already installed it, so there's nothing to do to the system. Once all of those commands have been executed and you have installed the CA certificates, EPEL repository, and the Radius PAM module, you are then going to configure the PAM Radius config file. To do this, you want to go to the config file by going to etc. PAM Radius config. As you can see here, we have a space to put your server IP address, the shared secret you want to have between them, and the timeout in seconds. All you have to do is fill in these details to configure this file. Once that is done, what you want to do is just write and quit, and that's done. Once that is done, you want to configure the SSHD file to include the Radius PAM module. To do this, we go vi etc. pamd sshd. Here we're in another file which we have to edit. What we want to do is to insert this first line, auth sufficient, and then the location of PAM Radius auth. And what we want to do is comment out auth substack password auth, comment out auth include post login, comment out auth optional PAM reauthorize, comment out session required PAM namespace, comment out session include post login, and finally comment out session optional PAM reauthorize prepare. And that should be it for the SSHD file. Once that is done, you want to right and click. Now the last thing you want to do is to configure the sudo file. To do this, we go by etc m.d sudo, and this file should come up. And what you want to do is add auth sufficient and then the location of pem radius auth in the first line, and then change the second line to say auth include system auth. This will allow radius authentication but provide a fallback to system authentication in the event that something goes wrong or is configured incorrectly. Once that is completed, you want to right and quit and then restart the SSHD service SSHD restart, and that is it for the CentOS system. Now I'll show you how to install PemRadius onto your Ubuntu system. The first thing you want to do is log into your system and sudo the user. The next thing you want to do is install PemRadius. To do this, we use the command sudo apt-get install libpem-radius auth libpem 0g dev gcc. This will install PemRadius into your system, and as you can see, I already have it installed, so it didn't take me long. The next thing you want to do is to edit the SSHD config file. To do this, you want to go vi etc ssh sshd underscore config. You should go to you should be able to see this file, and what we want to do is to add challenge response authentication. We want to add this line and set it to yes, and to comment out challenge response authentication no. Once that is done, we want to continue scrolling down until we see this comment out use pem no, and type in use pem yes. Once that is done, we want to right and quit to exit the SSHD config file. The next thing we want to do is to edit the SSHD file. To do this, we go vi etc pem.d sshd. Here we will see this screen, and all we want to do in this file is to add auth sufficient pem radius auth to the second line of this file, as you can see here between the two comments. Once that is done, we want to right and quit. The next thing we want to do is add the radius server to the pam radius auth config file. To do this, we go vi etc pam underscore radius for auth.con. This will bring us to this file, similar to the CentOS file. And again, what we want to do is add the server IP address, the shared secret between the two client and servers, and the timeout. Once that is configured, write and quit. The next thing we want to do is create a radb directory and copy the pam radius auth config file into the radb directory. To do this, we want to mkdir etc radb. As you can see, I already have it within my system, so it's not going to add it. And then to copy it into the system, into the directory, to cp etc, and then the file name of pam radius auth, and then the destination directory radb server, and I'll copy it straight away. After that's done, we want to edit the sudo file to enable radius authentication for sudo. To do this, we go vim etc pam.d sudo. Here you want to add this line, auth sufficient pam radius auth, and we want to do this between the session required lines and the include common auth line. So have it on the third line of the actual file. And then once that is done, write and quit, and then restart SSH. SSHD restart. And that is it for installing pam radius on Ubuntu. Once you have pam radius installed on your Linux systems of either Ubuntu or CentOS, what you have to do is add the radius client to your radius server. To do this, you want to go to MyToken UI helper and then go to radius clients and servers and select radius clients. Within here, you want to select a new radius client, fill in the details of your radius client, and then type in the secret that you have configured within that radius client. Once that radius client is filled out, you want to click OK, and it should appear here with the IP address of the radius client and the status enabled with whatever name you have added to the client. If you have any questions about this process, or if you have any issues with it, send an email to support@mytoken.com and we will help you. Thank you.